Dun, 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 dun. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, family. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Dang On Mental House. I am your host, Khadijah. First and foremost, I want to give a shout out to my ex group home young men that came to visit me. It was truly delightful to see you guys, and you've grown into such um, fine young men. One of them had some challenges along the way. One of them is a father of I think he said 7-year-old daughter. And what was kind of funny, and I want to take with me, and he made me feel pretty proud when he told me that the first time he ever put on an African garb in a kufi was when he was with me. And so he wanted to make sure as an adult that he has that in his wardrobe, and he has also made sure that his daughter has an African garb. I just thought that was just touching. So I'm just saying that to say, never forget some of these impacts that we have on young people, good or bad. Um, I just hope at the end of my journey that my scale weigh more good than bad. So that's how I try to live my life. And it just made me feel good. It was a boost, something that my spirit needed. So thank y'all for coming to visit me, and we'll we'll do it again real soon. Anyway, but one of them, like I said, told me that he had spent some time in he had been incarcerated. And one of the things he mentioned about his incarceration is that he was sentenced by an all-white jury, and which is going to lead me right into this segue that I want to talk about. Because I hear a lot of people, you know, saying don't vote, and the reasons why we shouldn't vote, and don't vote, it's no good, and yeah, you a sucker for voting. But I just want you to hear me out. It's just my opinion. We really can't have it both ways. There's a lot of times that we sit back and we look at some of these cases that go before trial, and they're being represented by all white juries. And the other person that's sitting being defended is certainly not looking at a jury of his peers. He's looking at a bunch of people that look nothing like him. Can you imagine what a white person would feel like if it could never happen? And they would use the excuse that we're only 13% of the population. But can you imagine if a white person sat up on the stand and had to look over at the jury and see nothing but black people? Do you think that they would stand for it? It just wouldn't happen. And it doesn't matter what the population was. So my point is, we have a responsibility when we vote, because the jurors are taken from the voting logs. So when you do your duty and participate in the process to vote, then you're also opening up yourself for a jury, um, a juror, a possible either a reserve or a regular juror. Now, I'm saying all this. I know y'all probably say, where you going with this? Where you going? Just give me a minute. I'm waking up still. Um, I'm saying all this to say, over the weekend, or over the week, I received a letter from the county courthouse wanting me to participate in jury duty. And at first I got just irate. I was like, again, I was just did this last spring, and I was a little bit fired up about it. And I was like, okay, I'm going to call him on the phone right now and ask him. This is about the sixth time I've been called for jury duty, not within the last 6 months. I mean, over my course. And it seems that you don't have anybody else, that you call me all the time. But the more I thought about that, and I was about to dial, and I thought about it. Why would I do something like that? Why would I stop a black or brown body that is being accused of something? Why would I deny that person the ability to look up in that juror stand and see somebody that's black or brown. Why would I do that? And then on the other end complain that, all the juries are white. So it was just a self-revelation right from myself that said, oh, I can't do that. I got to go and serve. So if they call me again next year, I just have to be willing to serve. And you have to realize that when you do go and vote, if you don't think about voting for no other reason, think about that that's where the jury pool comes from. It comes from the voter logs. So whether you believe in the presidential election, whether you believe in the local elections, whether you believe in the process of voting, if you get arrested and you sitting in the courthouse with a bunch of thieves and bandits, I'm sure you're going to want somebody in that juror pool that looks like you, and that way you may have some kind of hope that somebody may see some different perspective. At least I would. So I don't think it's a good message, in my opinion, to give young people that say you shouldn't vote and you're stupid for voting and that. First of all, their ancestors and our ancestors built this. We should have dual citizenship, just like the person that goes to Germany for the summer to go visit his great grandmother or whatever. We should have that type of relationship with Africa. We don't. But we cannot just give up whatever we are and whatever we have, because we have stake in this country. We built this. So we have to take some kind of ownership to some of what goes on here. And if they are trying our babies in their courts, why wouldn't we not want to represent? Why wouldn't we want to see our sons and our daughters, our uncles, our brothers, or ourselves, whoever, look across the jury pool and see somebody that looks like them? That's very important. And the only way you're going to get that is if you vote. So you can't have it both ways. Don't cut off your nose to spite your face. And realize that if you just vote for one reason alone, and if it's just for that, then it's worth it. It really is. So I am going to serve, and I didn't change. I changed my mind. Although I'm a little, sick of it. I've had some really funny, crazy cases. I don't even want to get into that right now, but I'm looking forward to seeing what this case brings and doing my civic duty. And I'm encouraging each and every one of you who get your juror slip, who some of y'all want to be outside. I understand that, But if you get arrested, and if you are not in a situation where you have absolved all your, I don't want to get into all this UCC code and all that stuff like that. What I just want to say is, for those of us who have vested interests, who have been arrested, who may have a family member that may be arrested, it would be okay, in my mind, for them to see somebody looking like them on the jury pool. And I'm sure, if you really think about it, you would too. You would want somebody looking like you, at least, to give you some sense of fair play. I don't know. Just my opinion. All right. Tell me what you think. And if you like what you hear, please like and subscribe. And I'm going to see you a little later in the mental house. All right. Y'all be blessed. Go out and make it a wonderful day.